My girlfriend and I wanted to take it slow, but while I was being faithful, she was taking it slowly from another guy. I have been with Steph for close to a year now. Since specifics matter, we started dating around last Thanksgiving, but it was only about a month later when we said we were in an official relationship. I really like this girl from the get-go, and we've gotten very close since then, and we're actually planning on moving in together soon. Here's the problem: recently, Steph and I ran into a guy at a small get-together with mutual friends. They exchanged a weird look like there was something between them, but I didn't think too much of it at the time. During the party, something came up about the place Steph went to for a date. The time was clear since it was a Christmas market in my town, and again I thought something was off about the guy. Well, later that night, I actually got a text from him. He got my number from one of the mutual friends, and he said, "Hey, I don't know you, but I thought you should know that Steph and I hooked up right after Christmas." I confronted Steph about this, and I could tell she tensed up right away. She got this sad look on her face but confessed immediately. She said she had met this guy on Tinder and slept together a couple of times but stopped any contact before we became official. She said she wasn't sure we would get into a relationship at that time, but she still felt bad that I found out this way. She said she considered telling me but was afraid it would ruin things between us. I told her I needed some time to think and proceeded to get drunk that night and ignored her texts. The thing is, I feel very betrayed and am really considering ending things. Sure, we weren't official when this happened, but we had already been on multiple dates at that time, and I thought it was pretty clear that we were moving towards a fully fledged relationship. On my side, I had no interest in pursuing other girls at that point because I only wanted to be with Steph. And on her end, she was definitely hinting at us evolving into a couple and strongly hinting at exclusivity. The other part that kills me is that during this early stage, Steph specifically said she wanted to take things slow physically until we knew each other better. But during this same time, she sleeps with a guy she barely knew from Tinder? When I asked her about this, she said it's different because she took it slow with me specifically because she thought we would get into a relationship, but it was somehow different with a casual hookup. That logic makes zero sense to me. I don't really want to talk about this with my friends because I think they would hate Steph if I end up staying with her. But I would like to hear opinions on here. Would you stay in a relationship like this if things were going well, but the beginning was so shady? What do you think I should do? Relevant comments. In my opinion, if you're dating someone and moving towards a serious relationship, you don't freaking bang other people. This would be a deal breaker for me, but you do you, man. If you can't get past it, then end it. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. It would have been one thing if she was just talking to other guys in the early stages while we were still defining things. Of course, that's fine and normal. But it feels like a slap in the face that she found another guy to sleep with after we had already gone on quite a few dates and I made it clear I thought we were moving towards a serious relationship, which she seemed to also acknowledge. There is no way she didn't know I would feel hurt that she did that. Her logic made no sense to me. She tried to explain that with guys she wants to be in a relationship with, she wants it to feel special and wants to build an emotional connection. But for guys she sees no future with, she sometimes just wanted some physical fun that meant nothing. But I just can't wrap my mind around that. It feels like a gut punch that as we were getting closer and building a connection, she didn't want to be intimate with me but instead preferred to find someone else. No matter how she rationalizes it, it's hard not to feel like a second choice of sorts. Update. I decided to break up with Steph. I kept going back and forth because I was worried I was throwing away a great thing over something that happened in the past. But the problem is, I thought I really wouldn't be able to get past it. I can't help but think what she did was really crap. Yes, I know that technically she did not cheat. But she knew that I wanted a real relationship and that we were potentially moving in that direction. But meanwhile, she expected me to plan, and pay for, interesting dates, court her, and prove that I was worthy of her while she happily hooked up with randos who basically did nothing but show an interest in fricking. Frick that. In a follow-up conversation, it also came up that her friends sort of guided her to act like this. They suggested she should allow herself to have fun and keep her casual options open, but with me, to make me work for it and show that I wasn't just looking for bedtime wrestles, but was capable of being a committed partner. The whole thing just seemed so manipulative and ugly, and these were also mutual friends who I consider to be nice girls and now my friends as well. Now I never want to see any of those pieces of crap ever again. Anyway, I know this is starting to sound a bit like a rant lol, but I felt pretty pissed off and basically called it quits. The actual breakup was quite unpleasant. No harsh words were exchanged, but Steph cried, and we kind of talked about some happy times. I guess that's the hardest part about this. I don't think she is a bad girl, and maybe we could have had a nice future together like we did over the past few months. But in the end, I do think I made the right decision. I want to be with someone who treats me well from the get-go, not someone who manipulates me while playing games just so she can have her cake and eat it too. Thanks everyone.